You know, it's too bad this thing doesn't have an engine in it right now, because I would love to drive it. Wait a minute. What the hell is this? It's my 383 stroker. Been missing the old LS engine for the better part of a year. Actually, it's been over a year now. It broke last year in May, I think. Anyways, welcome back to Ty Roaster's Garage, folks. And our special guest today, the LS1 383 stroker, she's going back in the Trans Am. And we're gonna have this car hopefully ripping around this summer with the new engine in it, new other parts and stereo equipment, and buddy, I'm very excited. There's a lot of future content coming down the road with this car here this summer, and with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so if you're new to my channel, you're probably wondering, what the hell is the deal with this car? This yellow 4th Gen F body, what's going on here, Tanner? So, this car I bought about 5 years ago, done all sorts of mods to it, blew the engine up once, you know, had this LS 383 stroker built for it, and then I put all race suspension in it, big brake kit, you name it, it's got it. Except for a diff, it's got a stock 10-volt diff, which is hilarious. And it's held up with all this power and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's got Camaro rotors on it and Brembo brakes off the CTSV. It's got tubular, chrome ollie, everything underneath the car. It's my pride and joy. It's one of 620 T-Top 6-speed collector's editions made out of 2,300 total collector's editions that were made in 02. This is the car that went out with the big bang for the Firebirds, and they made them yellow, which some people hate, some people love. I got a good deal on it. It was very low miles. It had 30,000 miles on it. I think I have 48,000 miles on it now. But the yellow paint has really grown on me. I've accented the car with more black accents, like the black bird on here, and then on the headlight covers I have it black Pontiac. I put a set of Bose 3-piece forged wheels on it that replicate the original collector's editions wheel, but have a much deeper dish, look way better. 275 35 ZR18s on the front. Then on the rear here, we got a really deep dish. Once again, the Bose 3-piece forged with the collector's edition center cap to mock the original one, right? That's, I wanted to make it look original still. Deep dish rims, 335 30 ZR18s on the back. The interior here, it's pretty much stock, minus some gauges that I've matched to the factory gauges with the black face, white lettering, and the red needles, and the black base on the needle. It matches the factory gauges almost to a T. So I did that. I wanted to keep it as mostly stock, but just accent it. Like I said, I put Trans Am down here with black, just accenting more black. Tinted the windows like limo black. These cars are too yellow from the factory, and they need some black accenting to really make them pop. Like I said, you either love the car or you hate it. I just so happen to love the thing now, and I've put all my blood, sweat, and tears into it. 7 years later, we're still going on it. All right, so let's get this thing hooked up, dragged out of the car, and on the engine stand. And then we can talk about why this engine actually ended up at the machine shop in the first place. Oh yeah, buddy. All right, let's pull this plastic wrap off her and get her on the stand. It's like Christmas. I'm just fascinated at the idea that at the core of that car, there's this all aluminum masterpiece that's just ready to sit there and sing some songs over people. All right, so I've got the engine up on the stand, got it all dressed up, doing a quick photo shoot with it before I stuff it back into the car. I mean, it's not every day you get to have a well-dressed LS engine like this sitting up beside the legendary Coyote with a big old turb ski on her, while being provided some of the nicest ambient light from a sunset in Foothills County. So Yeah, not every day that happens. I set up a little makeshift wall back here with a bed sheet. And like I said, that ambient light. Oh man, I got some really cool shots. And if you'd like to see the high quality photos of these two apex predators in their natural habitat, head on over to the Tire Roasters Garage Instagram page and give me a follow. That's where I post most of my photography and some of my little short video clips and stuff, and more of my random, spontaneous, creative flow exercises. That's where I share most of that. YouTube's mostly just for my vlogs and things like that, but yeah, head on over and check it out. Man, I don't even want to put this thing back in the car. Looks so good sitting here on the engine stand. This is actually a 383 stroker based off an LS6 block. It's the original block to come out of that 2002 Pontiac Collector's Edition Trans Am. Only 20% of the final production year came with the actual LS6 block that was found in the Z06 Corvette. So this is one of them. So I had it built into a 383 stroker using an Eagle forged rotating assembly. Can't remember exactly what pistons in it, but I know they're badass pistons. It's got a set of Trickflow 215 CNC heads on it. It's got a comp cam hydraulic camshaft in it. Harlan Sharp 1.8 roller rockers, or 1.7, I can't remember. It's got this fast 92mm intake, fast fuel rails, 42-pound injectors, I believe. It's got Speed Engineering 1 7/8 stainless steel long tube headers on it with 3-inch collectors. And that's the other story. That's why this engine had to come out, is because, I mean, it had all, you know, really good parts in it, but it turns out the LS7 lifters that I thought I had weren't actually LS7 lifters. They were OEM-like, which means they're Chinese knockoff LS7 lifters, and yeah, I got goofed on those. So here's the thing with these Chinese lifters. The axle that the roller rides on, actually walked out on one of the cylinders, and it pounded the bottom of the bore, and it just completely destroyed the bore. So the block had to go through a special machining process and have brass sleeves installed in the lifter bores in order to put these new Johnson Link bar lifters in here. You know, it took him a bit longer because of the parts supply issues right now and stuff like that. I was supposed to pick it up 4 months ago, but then, you know, the Freedom Convoy happened, I got home, and here we are. I gotta get this thing finally in this car and get a driving season out of it, because my God, it's looking gross right now. Another thing I didn't do before when I had this engine built is I didn't have ARP main studs in it. I just had regular bolts and stuff. So I had a fully built stroker, you know, $15,000 bill at the end of the day. And I had stock main hardware in it, which, you know, blows my mind. You know, these were like $400 or $500 to put the actual ARP, you know, main studs and everything in it. 6-bolt main on the LS, but that's all in there now. So like, this thing's tight. There's no weak links anymore. So I'm gonna put that engine in this car the exact same way it came out last year, and that's through the top with the cylinder head still attached to the block. You gotta put it on a fairly aggressive angle, but from what I remember, you can do it. But we're gonna find out right quick here anyways, aren't we? So the engine is off of the stand finally. It's ready to go into the car. I just bolted the engine mounts to the block, and she is ready to go into her new home, and we'll be one step closer to hearing them bald eagles scream. So this thing, just gotta clear that brace. See if we can make this work. Just gotta lower her down just a tad. Just a little more. By the way, this is actually not the way most guys would do this. They would usually pull the whole K-frame assembly out from under the car and then roll the whole assembly out and in as one. But I don't want to pull it all apart. I got the wheel alignment done and everything, and I don't know. I just don't want to pull the whole front end assembly out. So either way, right now, I still got to jack up the car to allow these rollers to actually clear those arms. So I really don't have a choice here anyways, but... And she's got to clear the hood here too, so you get her in just enough so the sump gets past this brace, and then you can start lowering her in. There's just enough room. So there's just enough room here to make her clear without actually undoing your hood struts and lifting your hood up. With my specific crane anyways, it's on the half-ton setting, so the arm's out as far as it will go. So now that we've got the sump away from this brace, we have all this room at the front of the engine to actually drop it down a ton more. The hydraulics in this thing are a little friggered, but this is usually where a second person will come in hand. Just get her on here on the subframe connector. Jack her up. Look who it is, it's Cody! Look at this tight space I'm working with in here. Yeah? Yeah. Tight like a tiger. Tight like my uncle.
I was hanging out with Rachel yesterday.
Just a friggin' inch. Thank God Cody showed up. We got an extra set of hands here to help us guide her in. Look at that. She's tight. Tighter than my ex-boyfriend, eh?
Not as tight as your new boyfriend.
Oh, holy buddy. All right.
I'm gonna get my Trans Am fucking back on the road. New paint job on her.
It's way easier to Trans Am on the road.
I know.
I gotta kick it that way a bit.
Yeah, I'm just hold on here.
Yeah, that shit should be fine.
I know. I just want to catch it, have it catch and pull it when you go down, right?
Yeah,
So there's this, yeah, in the back there. This thing's so clean. I don't need gloves.
Yeah, you could eat off that thing.
Yeah, I would.
Let's just try to angle it, like lift the back of the engine. Yeah, there, she's in on this side.
Yeah, I just gotta. Oh,
She in?
well, I'm in now. Where we were sitting on. You in that side?
Let's see. Fucking basic bitches here getting some Trulies going. I wasn't gonna drink today, but these guys showed up.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I'm getting that bolt in. I'll grab a little hammer. I'll smack him in. Don't recommend this, folks. You can strip your threads. We'll get the engine crane out of the way. And she is in her new home, hanging tight. And I didn't have to roll the subframe out from under the car to do it. Buddy's just got a Harley, eh? I think it sounds good, eh? Cody came by, gave me a hand on the Trans Am, pulled a good day on her, got everything cleaned up, got the engine in, and now I have every part that I need to put on sitting here in this pile. Accessory drive, transmission, radiator, condenser, fans, AC pump. We got a couple days ahead of us of just tedious bullshit. All right, folks, we got to have a little chat about something here. I am deciding to turn this video into a two-part series because I have a ton of projects underway right now and I have to leave for Shambhala in like 4 days or something, and I got to get the sun clipper going. The Trans Am, I'm much farther ahead on it than where I left off in this video. So I have a bunch of footage piled up, and I'm going to turn this into, like I said, a two-part video series, possibly 3, because we also have the break-in procedure and all that, which is coming soon. But yeah, I got to get going on this other vehicle. I'm making like 3 productions right now. One where I take you out droning and show you a day in the life of filming, and then another one of repairing the diesel pump on this Sun Clipper motorhome. But yeah, I got this video underway, the Sun Clipper video underway, and I'm also working on the Shambhala video as well. So I hope you enjoy the content. If you do, please smash your head through that like button, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment in the comment section below, and let me know how I'm doing. If you like what I'm doing here on the Tire Roasters Garage YouTube channel, feel free to let me know. If you think there's some other things I could be doing on here, hit me up, give me some ideas there as well. And with all that being said, we will catch you in the next episode of Tire Roasters Garage.